Hello, freshmen. It's me again. I'm working on e-learning for Thursday, April 2nd. And I've really put a lot of thought into the best way to handle e-learning, what I think is going to give you the most benefit for the amount of time that you're going to work on these assignments. So I found a couple websites that I want to use. I feel like they are the best way to keep the skills you have, improve them as much as can be, and should be able to do without, me being there to guide you or whatever. So, the two websites that I've chosen is Quill. Quill is a writing website where it helps to improve writing skills. So things like using commas and capitalization, things like combining sentences and using correct verb usage. So those are some skills that we're going to work on using Quill. So I've added the link to the assignment. So you're going to click on the link and basically you're going to sign up. So you're going to create the account. You need to remember your username and password. Don't forget it. Write it down, screenshot it, whatever you need to do, but don't forget it because getting it from me would be more difficult than it would need to be. So just remember your password. You're also going to use a class code in order to access my class. So the class code is wing-drawer. So you're going to type in wing, W-I-N-G, dash drawer, D-R-A-W-E-R. Okay, so you're just going to sign in, and it will take you to the thing that I've assigned, which is an intermediate diagnostic, which is basically a fancy word for a pretest. It's going to show me what skills we need to work on, what we need help with, and then I will assign things later on in the coming weeks from this website. So that's why you need to keep your username and password handy because we are going to use this probably through April. Sam Nickerson, I have already created an account for you because I needed a student account in order to create the assignments. So I needed at least one student in the class. So I went ahead and created an account for you. I have emailed you your username and password, so you'll just sign in with that, and it should take you exactly where you need to go. If you need help, please email me and I'll get back with you. So you're going to take the intermediate diagnostic in Quill. That's all you're doing. The second website is something called readtheory.org, and you're going to go there. I've provided the link to that as well. And this website, I've used your school usernames and passwords. I set up accounts for everyone. So you should be able to sign in. If your password only had 7 characters, I added a 1 to the end of it because I needed 8 of them. So for example, if your password was BAI4343, your password now is BAI43431. Okay, and that's how you will sign into that account. If it asks you for a class code, the class code you're going to use is F94TG2Q4. And I've provided that on the assignment as well. So just be aware of that. You're going to sign in, and then it gives you a pretest automatically. So from the start, it will give you a pretest. Now, if you end the pretest and it says you're at like 5th grade, don't freak out. That doesn't mean you're an idiot or anything like that. I think that's just how the website works, is that it starts you off really low, but then as you do it, activities and take quizzes, it will bump you up. So if it starts you off really low, totally fine. Just go with it. Once you take that pretest, which I think is only 10 questions, then you're done for today. So 2 pretests is all we're going to do for Thursday. This is going to set us up for what we're going to do the rest of April. So we're doing e-learning on Tuesdays and Thursdays. My thought is we're going to do writing on one day, reading on another. Writing and reading, because I think that's going to give us the most benefit to what I hope you would achieve in our course. So I want you to improve your reading and writing skills. So I think these websites are the best way to do that. I have included some optional things on the website. One is I'm going to make another video of the different acts for Romeo and Juliet. We're not going to continue that as a class. I'm not going to expect everyone to have read that, know that, whatever. But if you want to continue that, I don't want to stop you either. So I'm going to provide a link under the Romeo and Juliet to the entire play, just like I had on before. And you can finish reading that. If you're like, oh, we're halfway through and I don't know what happens to Romeo and Juliet, you can finish reading that. That's totally fine. I'm going to add videos to it that give you summaries of each act so that after you read it, you make sure that you totally understand what happened in each scene. You can also just watch the videos if you're interested in what happened to Romeo and Juliet. That's fine too. The good news is that you can watch Nomeo and Juliet as many times as you want. So that was a big question. Everybody wanted to watch that now. Unlimited times, all day. Romeo and Juliet. Do it up. Do it all day if you want. Also, there's the Leonardo DiCaprio version that a lot of people like. It's probably out there on YouTube. It might be on Net. I don't think it's on Netflix, but it might be. So that's an option too if you want to watch the movies of Romeo and Juliet. You can watch all of them and then compare them if you wanted. So those are options. Another thing that I'm putting on the website that is completely optional is a discussion board. And I'm putting this under assignments on the webpage. And each week I'm going to put one discussion out there. They're optional. You don't have to participate, but if you want to, reach out to your friends. I understand there are people that you might sit near or talk to at school, but now that we're not at school, you don't talk to them as much. This is just a platform where you could say, hey, how are you? Or hey, how's it going? Whatever. You can share jokes, you can post memes, you can put anything on there that's school appropriate, that's not mean, not bullying, anything like that. So I encourage you to use the discussion board. Our discussion this week is if we were to create a soundtrack for this whole COVID quarantine, what songs should be on it? So that's the discussion for the week, and have some fun with that. So that's an option. Another option of something that you can do if you're bored and you're like, I don't know what to do, I'm so bored. You can go to, you can write a letter, make a card, draw a picture for nursing home patients. We have a teacher who has a relative who works in a nursing home, and she asked that we get some things together to send to the nursing home. Remember, these people can't see their families, they can't leave, so it's especially hard for them. So if you could send them some words of encouragement, something uplifting, something beautiful, I think that that's worth doing. So if you want to make something like that, you can email it to me and I'll make sure it gets where it needs to go. So those are options as well. So Romeo and Juliet, the discussion board, and the letter are all just things that you could do if you're bored and you want to do more. Not for a grade, not even for bonus points, just because. The things that you need to do are sign up for that Quill and Read Theory account. If you need help logging in, please email me, because that's what we're doing the rest of April. Just Quill and Read Theory. So I hope everybody's doing well. If you just want to reach out or anything like that, please email me. I'm also, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm also extending my Facebook friend requests. So I've accepted a few students who have sent me friend requests. I think it's just important that we stay connected right now. Typically, I would not friend students on my Facebook, but I think just whatever we can do right now to stay connected is what we should be doing. So that's, if you want to send me a Facebook friend request, I will accept it. So just be aware of that. I hope everyone's doing well and that you're staying safe, and have a happy quarantine.